We got 2 more to go. He's hilarious. Listen, we've been hearing a lot of that white male perspective and, the aggressive military dude. Are you guys ready for a little bit of a female's touch? Alright, we don't got that. We got Brian. He's done. He played football for Michigan, but he makes women's jewelry, so, he's got a sensitive side, and we love him for that. So, give it up for Brian Stedman.
What's up, Atlantic City? How you all doing tonight? All right, so who do I have to get money, or have, get mad at me now? Who do I make fun of here? Did I hear somebody was from Columbus?
They're here.
There we go. There's my people right there I get to make fun of. I actually have a t-shirt underneath here that says, I'd rather shower at Penn State than root for Ohio State. Too soon? All right. Well, we'll see. I got money on this game this year. Unfortunately, I keep losing money every year. This new sports betting, you guys been into that? Really? It's made $340 million. Not one person ended up betting on the games. That's all right. Now, before I get started, I just wanted to let you guys know that I just quit my job at the casinos after 10 years to do this comedy thing full time. So I want to take a second. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I want to take a second to say to my mom and to all my teachers that told me that playing games and telling jokes would get me nowhere. Welcome to nowhere. Thank you. I love this city. I really do. Now, I need you guys to do me one big favor as well. Please, if I say something that you like or if strikes you funny at all, please laugh and applaud a little bit louder. I just got divorced, so my hearing is just starting to come back. See? The ladies are like yelling at that one. All the married guys are looking at me right now going, don't give away our secrets, man. What's wrong with you? We're going to meet you afterwards. No, like I said, I love this city. I'm kind of messed up, though. This is kind of my group therapy session. So I want to thank you guys for being part of the group. I am a little messed. I've been shot twice. I've been stabbed 7 times. I was born and raised in Detroit and moved to New York in the 80s to feel safe. And I'm the smallest and youngest male in my family. Take that one in. Yeah, there was a whole lot of fighting in my house, mainly over cheeseburgers. I did pretty damn well, I think. Yeah, it's interesting down here in Atlantic City. I don't know if you guys have noticed what the most gangster thing on the boardwalk is. You guys know? They live under the boardwalk. It's the boardwalk cats. They run this city. They charge the homeless people rent, and they'll come out. Just be careful when you see them. They look really cute, right? They'll come out, act all cute, and you're like, oh, isn't he adorable? And you bend down to pet them, and their friends will come up behind you with their nails like switchblades, slash your pocket, and take your wallet. Even the seagulls don't mess with them. The seagulls are pretty bad down here. Atlantic City has decided to do something about our seagull problem. I don't know if you guys saw this. They've decided to release trained hawks, falcons, and owls over the boardwalk to scare away the seagulls. Does anybody else see this coming horribly wrong, or is it just me? All I'm picturing is some kid walking down the boardwalk enjoying his funnel cake, having a good time. And all of a sudden the seagull comes and takes the funnel cake out of his hand. Kid starts screaming, yelling, crying for his mother, and a hawk swipes in and takes the head off the seagull. What do you think's more traumatic? You think that kid is ever eating funnel cake again? Yeah, no. Actually, they did have a problem in Ocean City. They tried that and actually took a dog. Took somebody's dog right off the leash. Yeah. It's Atlantic City, we do weird things like that. To give you an example, I think the reason, I've lived all over the country, and I think Atlantic City is probably the best place in the world for me. You guys have seen it. You come in here at night. I come to work at 7 o'clock at night, and this place is like keeping up with the Kardashians. You guys have seen it. Everybody's dressed to the hilt, makeup's perfect. You go to valet parking, they got $200,000-$300,000 cars in the parking lot. Problem is, I'm kind of a degenerate gambler, so I don't leave here until about 5 a.m. And Atlantic City kind of changes. Kind of changes into like Naked and Afraid. There's like danger around every corner, stuff coming up from beneath the boardwalk, demanding $1 from you. You know, we have actually a homeless guy that lives here in the city. So if any of you guys are on the boardwalk today, you may have seen him. His name is John. He sells, instead of asking for money or begging people for money, he sells these pamphlets that have inspirational drawings and notes on them. Nicest guy you'll ever meet in the world. Well, the other day he came by and said hello, as he always does, and as he walks away, written on the back of his sweatshirt, it said, "Please don't feed the whores drugs." Like, how great is this city? Our homeless people not only sell inspirational notes, but they do public service announcements for us? I mean, how much better can it get? The only thing that would be better, though, is if they would give us surveillance videos of the girls walking out of here at about 3 in the morning in their high heels, looking like newborn giraffes trying to walk for the first time. Greatest reality show ever on TV. You know, as I said before, I'm divorced. I'm still single. Wow, thanks, guys. He's looking at me going, does he own a mirror? Look at him. Looks like the guy. Looks like Uncle Fester in the caterpillar up there. It's different. I guess my problem is, like most boys, the first woman in your life is your mom, and so you kind of, you want to bring home girls or date girls that your mom would approve of or anything else. The problem is, my mom was pretty batshit crazy. All right. Only way I can describe it is Gary Busey on his period crazy. Okay? We had different music that we would be able to determine her mood by. If we came home and Elvis was playing, it was safe to go in the house. If we came home and Cat Stevens was playing, we had to we tried lightly and figure out whether it was Peace Train Cat Stevens or I'm going to blow up the Peace Train Cat Stevens. And if we walked in and the Carpenters were playing, enter at your own peril. Find another place to stay because things are going to be flying around the house on their own and her head's going to be spinning. Being that I'm the smallest male, my mom was only about 5'6". About 5'6", maybe 110 pounds. But none of us messed with her. She told us at any given time that if anyone of us decided to hit her, we better kill her on the first one because the rest would cost us dearly. My brother tried to test it one night and picked her up she was laying on the couch and he picked her up by her feet and was hanging her upside down. And I guess the only way I can describe the sound was I thought I had two sisters in the house. Because my mom reached up and grabbed a hold and looked him square in the eyes and said, "If you drop me, they're coming with me." That's why I learned my respect and fear of women. Unfortunately, I should have known my ex-wife was crazy. First time we had sex, she told me the name of her JJ was Prozac. I'm like, Prozac? Why Prozac? She says, because it makes you happy. I kind of had the same reaction you just did. She was right. It did make me happy. That's kind of why I married her. The only problem is it's the same reason I had to divorce her, because I found out she had been writing scripts to all my friends. Sorry guys, I'm still a little bit bitter about that. It actually gets worse. I should have known even further when we went for Halloween. I let her pick out our Halloween costumes. And she decided we were going as John and Lorena Bobbitt. Remember those guys? The lady sliced off her husband's schlong and threw it out the window when they were driving away. Yeah, we showed up at the party. I wore a bloody bandage. She walked around carrying a knife and a dildo, the whole thing. We were the head of the party. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's I do love the city. Before, like I said, I've been shot twice and seven times. I had a weird life. When I moved here to Atlantic City, I chose, just like in Detroit, New York, to be a dealer. The only difference is here I decided to deal cards. In the other places, yeah, I dealt drugs, and a lot of them. The problem is, I was probably the world's worst drug dealer, because I also did a lot of drugs. Somebody would come up, and it was kind of cool though, because my worlds would collide when I first started, because somebody would say, I need a hit. Yeah, me too, but you gotta wait till I go on break. So he's like, I need a 10. So I throw him a dime bag and take the chips. As I said, it was weird when I first started. Now, do we have any other weed smokers in here? Matt was talking about it earlier. I see a couple people going, no, I love weed. I really do. And now that I'm getting older, I've had to change and cut down on the stuff that I do. So, I love weed so much. No, I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I just love weed so much. It's amazing. That's a sativa. That's a sativa thing right there, guys. That's only. If it's a different form of weed that makes you more excited or more awake. I call it my breakfast weed. So, now do we have any single guys in the audience? One. Who's with his girl and just got slapped. Wow, pat blocking yourself. You definitely are from Columbus. Wow. That's going to be an interesting night tonight, explaining that one away. Well, listen, guys, I have 3 words of advice for you. Let me rephrase it. For all you gentlemen who want to wait for your ladies to go to bed before you go out tonight, I have 3 words of advice here in Atlantic City. We're going to call this the public service announcement of the evening. Number 1, some of the girls down here do charge by the pound. Okay, when you're my size, it gets a little expensive. Number 2, and what I thought should have been the slogan for Atlantic City, is always look for the Adam's apple first. Especially when the teacher convention's in town. I don't know why, but I swear to God, they bust them in. It's in November, guys. Come check it out. It's the best people watching thing ever on the boardwalk. And last but not least, and my personal favorite, is if you meet them on the boardwalk and you give them $10 extra, they will take their teeth out. Don't be so disgusted, guys. You've not lived and you've had a gummer. All right, and as soon as you do, you're going home, you're throwing out your girl's toothbrush and praying for gingivitis. All right, guys, that is my time. My name is Brian Stedman. Love you all. Thank you much.
You guys are awesome. French guy looks busy. What are you looking for, man? You good? What you doing? What do you want to do after this? You go eat some cheese? What are you going to do? Are you really French? I love your mustache.